Have you ever noticed that some women stand out even in a crowd of thousands? It's not just their appearance, it's the way they talk, see things, and think. Their habits, often considered strange or awkward by society, are actually a sign of sharp, extraordinary minds. We often create an image in our minds that smart people are serious, always buried in books or constantly thinking. But the reality is much more fascinating. Today, I'm going to show you 10 habits of highly intelligent women. At first glance, these habits might seem unusual, but in reality, they are solid proof of brilliance and an extraordinary mind. If you're a woman, or if you know someone like this, there's a very high chance you're living these habits, knowingly or unknowingly. These are not just random quirks, but scientifically backed signs of a highly intelligent mind. So, let's dive in and see if you identify with any of these habits. Habit 1. Talking to themselves. One of the first strange habits of highly intelligent women is talking to themselves. Yes, you heard that right, talking to yourself. You might find yourself muttering instructions or thinking out loud while working, and people around you might label it as madness or stress. Society often thinks that someone talking to themselves is lonely or losing control. But science tells a completely different story. Talking to yourself is an incredibly effective way to calm your mind and organize your thoughts. When hundreds of thoughts run through the mind of an intelligent woman, keeping them all inside creates confusion and mental clutter. Verbalizing those thoughts helps make sense of them, allowing clarity and focus. This is a form of natural self-therapy, giving shape and structure to the chaos inside. When an intelligent woman talks to herself, she's actually planning her next steps, organizing her thoughts, and making better decisions. It's a tool for mental clarity, not a sign of instability. Habit 2. Staying awake late at night. Another habit that might seem strange is staying awake late at night. We've all been taught that waking up early is key to success. Those who stay up late are often labeled lazy or unproductive. But for highly intelligent women, nighttime is when their minds truly come alive. The quiet, undisturbed hours of the night provide them with a peaceful space to think. With the world asleep and no distractions, their minds dive deeper into their thoughts. It's during these late hours that they make plans, untangle old confusions, and let their imaginations roam freely. In the silence of the night, their creativity flows unhindered. They can focus deeply without the interruptions of a busy day. This time is vital for them to process ideas, reflect on their goals, and find solutions to complex problems. So, the late night habit isn't about being lazy, it's about maximizing mental clarity and creativity. Habit 3. Messy spaces. This next habit might surprise you. A messy room or desk. We've all been taught that cleanliness and organization reflect discipline and wisdom. But for highly intelligent women, a scattered space often signals creativity in action. In fact, research from the University of Minnesota has shown that people who work in messy environments tend to have more creative minds. An intelligent woman's mind is constantly occupied with new ideas and puzzles. She's less focused on keeping things neat and more focused on solving problems. In the midst of that mess, she often has her own unique system. She can find what she needs instantly without searching. To an outsider, it may look chaotic, but to her, it's organized in a way that works. The scattered room is a reflection of a busy mind, engaged in deep thought. Her creativity thrives in this environment, and her mind works best when it's free from rigid order. Habit 4. Overthinking everything. Highly intelligent women often have a habit of overthinking, analyzing every detail. Where most people would forget about something they saw or heard, an intelligent woman doesn't let go. She breaks down every interaction, every statement, and every event. Who said what? Why did they say it? What could be the underlying meaning? What are the consequences of that statement in the future? Her mind works like a movie, replaying and analyzing every single aspect. While this habit can sometimes cause mental stress, It's actually an innate preparation tool for her mind. By overthinking, she ensures she is always prepared for any potential outcome. She weighs the pros and cons before making any decision, and she always has a backup plan in place. This level of thinking may seem excessive to some, but for her, it's a form of mental rehearsal. She's not just thinking, she's preparing herself for every possible scenario. Habit 5. Loving solitude. Highly intelligent women often have a deep love for solitude. They don't need to constantly be surrounded by others or attend social events. While many people feel uneasy alone, they embrace it as a time to recharge. Their sharp minds require space to think, reflect, and process without distractions. In solitude, they pursue their favorite hobbies, read new books, or simply sit quietly. This quiet time isn't boring or empty to them. It's their way of recharging. Unlike many people who seek constant external stimulation, they find peace in their own company and enjoy their own thoughts. Solitude allows them to reconnect with themselves and focus on what truly matters. While others might see this as isolation, for them, it's an essential way to maintain balance and clarity. Their sharp minds need this time to reflect, strategize, and create. Being alone is not loneliness. It's a space to cultivate mental energy and creativity. Habit 6. Forgetting small things. You may notice that intelligent women often forget small, everyday things, like where they placed their keys or where they left their glasses. At first, society may label this as forgetfulness or carelessness. But the truth is, a sharp mind is often so focused on bigger, more important thoughts that these small details slip away. An intelligent woman's mind is constantly processing complex ideas, solving problems, and making connections. It's full of important information and deep thinking. When their mind is occupied with analyzing or planning, the smaller, less significant details become less important. This isn't a sign of declining memory, it's evidence that their brain is focused on bigger matters. Their capacity for deep thinking and creativity sometimes leads them to forget the mundane. And while others might find this frustrating, it's simply a byproduct of a mind engaged in high-level processing. Habit 7. Questioning everything. Highly intelligent women are known for questioning everything. They never blindly accept things as truth just because society or tradition says so. They have a relentless curiosity, much like a child who constantly asks, why? They want to know the real logic and reasoning behind everything, whether it's an old tradition, a societal rule, or a common belief. For them, simply accepting something because that's the way it is not enough. They will dig deeper, ask tough questions, and search for satisfying answers. This habit can sometimes frustrate the people around them, especially those who are content with the status quo. But for intelligent women, questioning is not about being difficult, it's about seeking truth, understanding, and clarity. They challenge the norms because they believe there's always a deeper reason, a better way of thinking or doing things. This constant curiosity makes them stand out from the crowd. They are not content with surface-level explanations. They dig for meaning. Habit 8. Understanding and using deep humor. Intelligent women often have a deep understanding of sarcasm and humor. They have a unique ability to grasp subtle jokes and use sharp wit. Their humor can be layered with irony, making it fly over the heads of many. They can make a joke that leaves others wondering, was that a compliment or an insult? This ability comes from quick thinking, as they must process words, tone, and context in an instant. To make sarcasm work, their mind has to understand both the meaning and the mental state of others. This sharp humor is not only amusing, but can also diffuse tension and lighten heavy situations. An intelligent woman's humor might not always be understood by everyone, but it serves a deeper purpose, creating connections and expressing insights in a playful way. Her ability to read the room and deliver humor at the right moment shows emotional intelligence. Her humor is often sharp, witty, and perfectly timed, making her stand out in social interactions. Habit 9. Strange daydreams. Have you ever seen an intelligent woman zoning out in the middle of a conversation? You might be talking to her and suddenly she seems miles away. Her body is right in front of you, but her mind is elsewhere, lost in thought. This is called zoning out, and it's a common habit among sharp-minded people. Psychologists refer to this as lapses in attention, when your mind wanders away from the present moment. For intelligent women, daydreaming isn't just about escaping, it's a creative process. Their minds are constantly jumping between ideas, creating new scenarios, and solving problems. They can easily shift from one thought to another, exploring possibilities in their head. It's like their minds are always working, even when they appear distracted. This isn't a sign of disinterest or laziness. It's a sign that their brain is deeply engaged. These daydreams allow them to work through ideas, understand complex concepts, and find creative solutions. While others may find it difficult to stay focused, an intelligent woman's ability to daydream often leads to breakthroughs and new ideas. Habit 10. Procrastinating important tasks. You might think that highly intelligent women are always on top of their tasks, getting things done ahead of time. But that's not always the case. They often procrastinate, delaying important tasks until the last moment. At first glance, this might seem like laziness or disorganization, but the truth is, intelligent women often delay tasks because they want to do them perfectly. They have a high standard for their work and want everything to be flawless. This desire for perfection causes them to think deeply about every aspect of the task, which can lead to hesitation. They want to consider every possible outcome, every detail, before they even start. This makes them overthink, and as a result, they delay starting. It's not that they're lazy, they just want to be sure they can deliver their best. Procrastination in this case isn't a sign of inefficiency, but a result of mental pressure. They want everything to be 100% right, and that's why they take their time to start. So, while it may seem like they're avoiding the work, they're actually just carefully considering all the elements before they dive in. These 10 habits may seem strange or even unproductive to some, but they are signs of a sharp, extraordinary mind at work. Highly intelligent women are not bound by the norms of society. They think differently, feel deeply, and see the world in unique ways. Their habits, like talking to themselves, staying up late, or questioning everything, are not flaws, but markers of their powerful cognitive abilities. So, if you recognize some of these habits in yourself or someone close to you, don't be quick to label them as weird or problematic. These habits are evidence of intelligence at its best. Instead of doubting or suppressing these traits, embrace them as the unique strengths they are. You don't have to fit into the mold society has created. Your sharp mind is exactly what makes you extraordinary. Celebrate your intelligence and the habits that come with it. They are your signature traits, and they're worth recognizing and nurturing.